And we got our first victim. Let's go with that tiger. My favorite thing to do with these IS1s is hunt yourself a nice big tiger. And then why not? T-34, sorry brother. Soviet v Soviet, it had to happen that way. There was just no way around it. Alright, boys and girls, the IS-1 heavy tank, named after Joseph Stalin himself. Absolutely epic tank. In War Thunder, it's pretty good. Not a top tier tank, but still a good one. It brings back a lot of nostalgia for me. I've watched a lot of World War II movies, and in War Thunder, to be able to play them, to be able to hunt tigers with this thing, absolutely epic, guys. The good thing about the IS-1 is that you have great armor on the front. So it's 100 millimeters for the turret and 120 millimeters for the remainder of the front. So it's really good, along with some angles here and there. It's best used at a distance, but in this case we don't really have that option, so we will move up. This thing, the IS-1, is an absolute Sherman killer. This thing will destroy Shermans like nobody's business. Those M3 cannons that the Shermans have cannot penetrate your armor, I believe, unless you are at the very closest ranges. So I believe within like 50 meters or something like that. Other than that, I don't think you can get penetrated. So you're pretty safe from many Shermans. I'm not even sure angle they can penetrate the sides with that M3 cannon. We do see somebody firing in the distance, a little bit of a trading back and forth. He gets hit. His buddy is still up there. Yep, we get another guy who gets taken out. Meanwhile, I'm behind enemy lines. Nobody notices this 40-ton monster sneaking up. And we're gonna hunt some tigers if possible. Get some Shermans. Oh, and we see our M10 come here. Oh. That was kind of a panic fire. The great thing is the M10 has a really slow traverse speed, so you can kind of, even if he surprises you, you can kind of go and still get that kill. So he was a pretty easy target. I'm trying to see if any of his buddies noticed me. I'm surprised they didn't. And the IS-1, you know, I like it because it's a good balance of many things. It has great firepower. It has good armor. In War Thunder, there's no such thing as really, I guess, elite armor, because every tier has, you know, a cannon that can penetrate certain levels of armor. So there's no such thing as a elite tier, but it has good armor, and mobility is it's okay. It's not the worst, but it's not the best either. And so we see a Sherman heading for his death over here. Let me just send him there. That 85mm cannon on Shermans is absolutely insane. Woohoo! This guy hit me. I'm just gonna see who that is. I think that's a Sherman itself. That's what I mean by the Shermans can't really penetrate you. Like, look how close he is, and he didn't penetrate. So I think I'm just gonna peek the corner because I don't think he can penetrate me. And I think he has nowhere to go. Nice. He has nowhere to go, so get the kill there. Let me just scan around, see if there's any other reinforcements. We absolutely destroyed these reinforcements. Yep, there's somebody camping over here. I think he saw me too. Oh no. Oh. Alright, well, this gameplay didn't turn out as great as I thought, but we always have another one. Alright, more IS-1. It's never a bad thing, guys. And we'll see how we fare in this city map. It's going to be a little bit more tight with the IS-1. Not necessarily our strong suit. We're better with a little bit more range, but not a big deal. And we see our first victim over here. He thought he'd sneak up on us. Those 85mm shells, especially the ones you unlock, are absolutely insane. They have great explosive filler and they'll destroy any light vehicle in one shot. So our buddy's moving up as well. We're just gonna peruse the city a little bit. I'd like to work the flanks, as you guys can see. And I hope you see somebody else. He was just too quick. I'm just gonna look around before I follow him. I think he realized he can't really take me on because even the sides of the IS1 are too thick for an autocannon to get through. And yeah, he just completely disappeared on us. So he's something to watch out for, but I think my teammates will be able to get him. I think not that big of a deal. And the IS1 in city environments is not really the best place for it. Your turret traverse is not that fast, so you can't really react that quickly. But that being said, if you face a down tier and they have weaker cannons, then your armor can come in really handy. And so I'm just going to look over here. Try to cut off the reinforcements, as you guys can see. I like to stalk around, hunt my prey. A good hunter always finds a good hunting spot. Exactly what I'm doing here. I'm sure somebody will show up in this clearing because they have to pass it to go to B. So I think it shouldn't be too bad. Shouldn't be too long for me to wait here. Let me just check the corner. Alright, there's nothing beyond the corner. The wall. And we got our first victim. Let's go with that tiger. My favorite thing to do with these IS-1s is hunt yourself a nice big tiger. And then why not? T-34. Sorry, brother. Soviet v Soviet. It had to happen that way. There was just no way around it. And just look at the graphics, guys. Look at the graphical presentation on this IS-1. You know, for all of War Thunder's faults, you know, the bad economy, the free-to-play game, right, the pay-to-play, they do a good job in terms of the detail on these models, right? It really makes you feel immersed into the World War II tank scene. And they do a great job for all eras. But World War II is definitely where they just go all out with the detail, right? And they really make you feel the great things about the World War II tanks and also the limitations of the World War II tanks. Just stalking my way around. One thing about the IS-1 as well is because you go a little bit slower, it actually makes you think a little bit more about where you're going to go. So when you're turning a corner, right, you know you don't have the mobility to sort of back out of that. So it makes you a little bit more cautious. Whereas, let's say you have a nice T-34, well then you're just going to, you know, go all... Or I sometimes just go full speed ahead when I maybe shouldn't, because you have, you know, pretty good mobility. I don't see anyone over here. And we see another victim over here, Whirlwind. Surprised I didn't take him out in one shot. We got the engine, so we're in good position. Or we didn't get the engine. Okay. Weird. Thought they had the engine out. Surprised he's taking this much damage. He's taking these shots like a champ. And back of the Whirlwind. But we do get him out, so bon voyage to him. And we have his friend over here looking the wrong way. You gotta look the right way when you're camping. You can't just do whatever. So nice little pickup there. Against light tanks, this 85mm with that explosive filler is just gonna be great. Like, it can one-shot most light vehicles. Whereas sometimes if you get a shell that's just penetrating, you can actually over-penetrate these light vehicles and they can get you killed. So those heat shells, right? Just the armor-piercing shells. Sometimes they just over-penetrate and they're kind of not as useful against light vehicles. So I'm pretty nervous to peek around this corner. We do get him. Just wasn't paying attention. So I think that's 6 for the game, 5 or 6. I lost count, but we're doing pretty well. And we get ended. That was the IS-1. Great tank. You know, definitely worth unlocking. I'm going to keep making these War Thunder videos. Let me know what you guys like, what you don't like in the comments. Make sure to like and subscribe. See you in the next one.